Unit 6 review, problem number 29. Graph the equation y equals -3 absolute values x plus 5. If it is absolute value, you know your picture has to look like a V in some way, shape, or form. It could be an upside down V, but it must be a V. All right, first of all, the x plus 5 on the inside is going to force me to go to the left 5. I do the opposite, so I'm going to go to the left 5. There's nothing on the outside, so do not move. So we're going to go to the left 5 and then don't move. Right, from here, my slope is -3, which means from here I'm going to go down 3 over 1, down 3 over 1, and I'm going to go in the other direction, down 3 over 1, down 3 over 1, and there is my V. All right, number 30. What will be the vertex of the graph with the equation y equals absolute value x plus 2 minus 5? It's asking me what will be the vertex. It's not actually asking me for the graph this time, but where is that V? Where is it going to point at? So the best thing to do is actually start graphing this. We do know that it's going to be a V because of the absolute value. This plus 2 is going to force me to do the opposite and go to the left 2. And this minus 5 is going to make me go down 5. So from the middle, we're going to go to the left 2 and then down 5. And then from there, if I did want to finish graphing it, the slope, since there's nothing there, would be 1. So from here, I'd go up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. It's going to be a V, something like that. When it's asking for the vertex, it was asking for this point right here, which would be to the left 2, so it's going to be -2, and then down 5, which would be -5. So that is the answer to that problem. All right, the code letter for this video is A. 31, solve for x. 2, absolute value x minus 3 plus 1 equals 33. Absolute value problems, for the most part, have 2 answers, so I'm going to have to write 2 equations for both of these before I'm done. Before I write the 2 equations, though, I'm going to subtract 1, so I'm going to get 2 absolute value x minus 3 equals 32, and then I'll divide both sides by 2, so I'll get the absolute value of x minus 3 is equal to 16. Now I get to write 2 equations. I'll have x minus 3 equals positive 16, and x minus 3 equals negative 16. Right, if we solve the first one, I'll get x equals 19. If I solve the second one, I'll get x equals -13. So those are my 2 answers for that one. Okay, 32 really works similarly to number 31. I don't have anything in front of the absolute value, so I'm ready to write my 2 inequalities right now. I'm going to have x minus 2 is greater than or equal to 8. And then I'm also going to have x minus 2 is less than or equal to -8. Notice I switched the 8 to a -8, and I changed the way the inequality was going. So now I'm going to solve both inequalities. Here I'll get x is greater than or equal to 10. And this one, if I add 2, I'll get x is less than or equal to -6. So that's my answer. Now we just need to graph it. -6 will go on the left, 10 will go on the right, 0 will go in the middle. Okay, if I want to be greater than or equal to 10, that's going to be in a closed circle. Greater than 10 would be to the right of 10. Less than or equal to -6, there's going to be a closed circle at -6. Any numbers that would be less than -6 would be the ones to the left. So that would be what that graph looks like.